Do you have a goal that you want to achieve, a destination you're thinking about for yourself, for your soul, that you're really fired up about, but you're not yet there and you're starting to feel frustrated? Have you been looking at and learning from laws of manifesting and laws of attraction teachers out there, but you're feeling like there's something essential that you're missing? Well, if that's the case, this is the video for you. I am here today to talk about how you can use your car to help with getting to your goals, your soul's destination. And this will be especially helpful if you at all associate or have an affinity for the words perfectionism, type A, overachiever. I could go on and on. I am a recovering perfectionist, and I am here today to share with you this massively helpful aspect of achieving your goals and working with the law of attraction and manifesting that I think is going to make a huge difference in the process that you're going through right now. Hey, I am Rachel Stravelli, coming to you from my car. I didn't have to record in my car today, but since I'm talking about cars and I'm talking about manifesting, why not? Plus, sometimes you just got to change up the scenery. I am a writer, an intuitive supporter of your creative expression. I believe that the more we embrace our whole selves and really honor the unique and amazing creations that each of us is, the better our lives become and the better the world becomes. I think is the greatest gift we can give ourselves and the greatest journey that we can go on for our lives. I work with people one-on-one, and at the end of this video, I'll share a little bit more about if you want to work with me, and you can check the link below. I always have a freebie that you can sign up for, and if this is your first time here, welcome. I publish videos every Friday. Click the like button and subscribe. Today, I am talking about using your car to help you manifest. Now, you have probably heard the analogy talking about the GPS in your car, and that is a great analogy, and we're going to go further with that today. So first, if it's possible that you haven't come across that, you're new to manifesting the law of attraction, briefly, I will share with you the GPS analogy, and then we're going to go even deeper and see the other ways that you've never even thought of that your car can help you with manifesting. We use GPS, global positioning systems, in our vehicles to help us get to places that we don't know about. And law of attraction and manifesting teachers will talk about, that you need to have your goal or your destination in mind. Much like today, I'm getting ready to go meet somebody at a juice bar in a little while. And so I've never been there, but I know the destination. And I'm going to use my GPS to get there. Now, the great thing about the GPS is if I put in the directions and I follow the directions and I follow the path, I will get there. It doesn't matter that I personally, logically, Rachel, don't know how to get there. It doesn't matter that I may have detours, reroutes. It doesn't matter what type of car I'm driving. It doesn't matter what age I am. As long as there's a direction in mind and I'm moving on that path, then I will get to my destination. It also doesn't matter the speed that I'm going. So these are all the other details about getting to where we want to go that is really important for us to remember. Now, the common analogy that people will talk about is a lot of people may get worried if they're going somewhere they've never gone before, metaphorically, or in their car, and you're 2 miles from your destination and you don't recognize anything, and all of a sudden you get worried and you think, this isn't working, I'm going home. Well, typically, if you're meeting someone somewhere or planning to go to a destination, you keep on going. You keep on following the directions of your GPS. But what sometimes happens in manifesting is you've been thinking about something for a while. You've been working with your dreams and goals. You've been thinking about this destination that you have envisioned. And if you're not there in the time that you thought it would take to get you there, you think that you must be doing something wrong. And so then you throw it all out the window and you stop. But you have to stick to the path. You have to stick to the path. You have to believe and know that you're going to get there. It is very important to stick to the path. What I think is also incredibly important is to remember all of the context for your unique situation. Now, the path is not always going to feel clear, to be clear, but your dedication to arriving at your destination needs to be something that you are committed to. Your commitment to that destination is what keeps you moving forward. Because there might be some days, to keep with this car analogy, that you don't like the speed at which you're moving and you're in unknown territory. I'm sitting in a parking lot I've never sat in before. You don't know where you're going. I mean, you know where you want to go, but getting there, it feels like a lot of lost and floundering and unknown. And I want to remind you, in reaching for your goals, same as driving to a location you've never gone to before. How many of us would expect that if you're in your car driving to a town or a restaurant that you've never been to before, in a part of town that you've never been to before, how many of us expect to recognize the surroundings? We wouldn't expect that. How often when you're going somewhere new do you sit back, enjoy the ride, and notice what's around you? This is what I want you to remember. I want you to remember that the unknown and the lost feeling and the feeling like I'm in unfamiliar territory is 100% normal and expected when you're going beyond where you've gone before. I'm currently stretching myself in a few different ways that I have never gone before in this lifetime. So my soul is growing, expanding, and some days I'm feeling, whoa, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to do next. And I'll think, I don't know how to respond in these situations. This is all new to me. But I keep reminding myself, yes, this is all new because I'm going where I've never gone before. And so if I'm going where I've never gone before, it's going to feel new. And I have, for much of my life, not been the greatest about enjoying the journey. If I'm really dedicated to a goal, this might be the type A in me. I just want to get to the goal. I'm not enjoying the journey. But currently, this is what I'm doing, and I'm really going to ask you to do this too. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the unknown. Most of us, there are parts of our brains that they want to protect us from the unknown. Our mind is like, no. Unknown is danger. Stay where we know things. Stay where things are familiar and comfortable and all that. It's okay that we're feeling a little bit of this almost internal freak out of, oh no, things are unknown. What do I do? Calmly remind yourself, I'm going to enjoy this experience. I'm going to notice what's new about what's happening right now. And I'm going to continuously move forward towards this destination that I have in mind. And I have really leaned into and embraced, I'm not going to try and make it be this thing that I got to my destination in 2 hours and that's the record time, even though this is my first time. I'm not trying to be an overachiever in reaching my destination. Because if you have a type A personality or you've been an overachiever before or you're one right now, you can miss the pleasures and benefits of the journey if you're not enjoying where you are in the process right now. There are more benefits than just getting to the destination, because this is the only time that you'll be in this totally unnew territory in this way. This is the only time you'll be in this totally unknown territory as you're going to this destination. If this is a goal that's something that you can repeat multiple times, or like a new habit that you're trying to achieve, or a new level of success, or, a new fitness goal, or whatever it is, After you reach it the first time, you will then have an understanding and an awareness of, yes, I can reach this. I've seen myself do it. The next time, while there might be some challenges, while it might feel unknown, it's not all going to be unknown. So this is your only time to be in this totally open, observant, noticing state as you go through this process, to see what's happening around you, to notice what's going on. And I'm encouraging you to dive into that, to relish that. And so many of us who are type A, overachievers, just want to get it done, doers of the world, we don't always enjoy the journey. And this year, 2020, has been a journey that not a lot of people have enjoyed. And I'm not saying that with criticism. I'm just saying what I see. And there have been moments that I haven't enjoyed, but I also keep reminding myself of what are the destinations and the goals that I have for myself. Can I enjoy the process? Will I let myself enjoy being in this moment, trying out something new, going through the unknown, so that I can reach a level of soul growth, spiritual growth that I have never reached before? I think it's an amazing gift to give yourself, that gift of being in the present moment, enjoying where you're going, enjoying the moment, and honoring that there's value in being a human being experiencing what you experience. There's value in being a person who doesn't always get something right, perfected the first way every time. Because if that's the built up mental construct of what you think you have to have for every single thing you do in your life, there are so many things that you're going to miss out on. This is making me emotional. I spent a lot of my life wanting to only achieve things in a certain way that looked like what I thought was perfection, so that no one saw me fail, no one saw me make mistakes. There was no visible messiness, and things that I knew were going to be too messy, I didn't do. I didn't even let myself dream and explore in those ways. And I, over the past few years of working on my growth and working on what does my soul truly desire, and listening to those around me and learning, I am sitting with Mother Nature and learning how she does things. I have learned, and I fully embrace that this way that I had attached onto, this perfectionism way of achieving things, was successful for some areas of life, but it was very limiting in other ways. And when I give up the idea that it all has to be perfected and done in this perfect way, and I did it the first time, and look at me, and isn't this so amazing, and look at how successful I was, because then that gave me value and importance. When I gave that up and I started letting myself experience life around me, feeling what I was feeling, noticing what I was noticing, having experiences where I was making mistakes, I was being messy, but I was being kind and compassionate with myself, I started feeling a freedom that I don't know if I felt since I was a child. And this is one of the most important things that I want to tell you today, is that perfectionism takes away your freedom of expression. Having such a tight grip on how things have to be and your own constructed vision of how it's going to look as you get to this place that you think you want to go, when you hold on to it so tight, you lose the freedom to be a human being who's alive, who's expressive, who sometimes has weird eyebrow hairs growing out. And you know what? When we stop trying to be picture perfect in every way, and every single thing is tied up tightly with a nice little bow, when we let that all be laid to rest and say, I'm going to use it when it's suitable, but the rest of this time, when I'm going into these new areas, I'm going to be like a child in terms of excited, creative, open to exploration, we suddenly have a freedom and an excitement about us that you couldn't pay enough money to somebody to get that feeling for yourself. People talk about how kids have so much energy. One of the reasons they have so much energy is they haven't built up these constructs and all of these mental barriers and beliefs about how they have to be and how things have to be done. And so I encourage you, next time you're in your car, next time you see a car, next time you think about going to a destination, I want you to remember this. I want you to remember that the car is going to get there. No matter how old the car is, how old the driver is, no matter whether you drive really slow or really fast, enjoying the turns and the paths as you get to your destination is what is going to make this experience something that you remember rather than something you endure to get to the end. Because if you remember it and you experience it and you let this creative expression into your life and this freedom that comes when you let go of perfectionism, if you let that come into your life, this experience of getting to that destination will also be enjoyable. You will enjoy the fruits of your labors. You will enjoy the destination even more because you enjoyed and were present for the whole path to get there. Here are just a few words from former clients that have worked with me about how their lives have changed and the wonderful things that have happened for them. I would love for you to have something similarly incredible in your life that you are looking back and thinking, that was the moment I said yes to myself, that I said yes to my soul's expression, to my creative expression in this world. And that was the time I decided I'm going to invest in myself so that I can be living the life that I deserve, that I want, and that I yearn for. If everything in your soul is saying yes to doing this, to bringing yourself into your life in a new, glorious, transformative way, click the link below about working with me and we can set up a discovery call and see what that looks like. Thanks for joining me on my channel. Hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I will see you next week. Bye.